All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Yaroslav. Today is Friday, so we're going to analyze the heck out of what happened this week and out of ourselves. I'll go through the mistakes that I made this week, first thing today, and I'll also like to ask you guys in chat, what kind of mistakes did you guys make this week that you know you shouldn't have, that you wrote down, that you have a diary? I have a little black book. Like I told you guys, I keep a lot of my notes virtually on Evernote. I also have a black book where I write down all sorts of trade hacks and all sorts of interesting things that I learned throughout the day. So I want to go ahead and ask in chat, what kind of mistakes did you guys make? Who was here on Tuesday when I did some live trading so that they can heckle me when I talk about what I did wrong there? And who is actually starting to use Evernote? Anybody having any kind of success with the program, with documenting your trades? I want to know that. It's a beautiful rainy Friday day here in Moscow, and I'm excited to bring you the content we have in store today. We will discuss what happened here. Now, what you guys see here on the graph is the Euro Stocks Index. So if we look at the S&P 500, it looks like this. Now you can see that they came back to previous levels of September, but we have not seen that on the SPX E-mini. Oh, sorry. Hold on one sec. SX5E, that's Euro stocks. There we go. So that's what we have for today. I want to have a quick look at chat to see how you guys are doing and what's happening with you guys. Is it real or is it fake? Tell me. Hi TZ, Gora Aurora, hey there. Shine baby. Oh, I'm sorry that you lost money. What an unfortunate start. What's going on? Have lost about 700. Oh, Nick, what are you guys doing? What are the mistakes you guys are doing? Are you getting the time frames wrong? What's going on? But do analysis before putting money. Of course, like it's not as easy as it looks, okay? Just because you have to press one button, try to get money, doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. Let me do this real quick so I don't get in trouble. All right, now it's not fake. How can I trade? I will tell you how you can trade. Now there's two platforms here in case you guys didn't know that. We will go over both of them today. YouTube gods, help us trade. All right, hey guys, you know the real skills, if you really want to know the real skills, how to get $10,000 from $100. Fake, oh Lee, you sound like a scammer. Don't trust this guy. Daily iLearning, that's right, that's the grind. That's what you got to do. You got to learn daily, and that's how you get better. I trust in you. Mir AB TAC 400 dub guy. All right. Hello everybody. Hello Isholda Samad. Hello Shiad Tube. Jason Sam. There are many people teach how to trade at YouTube. Shama Mirza. Hey there. Not a fake app. It's a real broker. If you're having trouble trading, you will have trouble trading with anybody. You will lose money anywhere. So it doesn't matter if you use a limb trade or whatever else. Bethemel Ahenku, how can I locate them? Yeah, don't be a gambler. Exactly. Don't be a gambler. We talked about this yesterday. Analysis first. Feel it. Feel it. I like it. Yes. Hey there, buddy. Shama Mirza. Yes. Withdraw $20 and lost $90. Oof. Oof. I'm sorry. It sucks. Start with the demo account. If you guys are losing constantly, tone down the money that you're slapping in on the account. Go on to demo. Practice your skills. Get better. Feel confident. And then return. I still do that. If I lose more than a week in a row, so 5 days, if I have 5 days negative, that's a big oof for me. I stop trading for another week. You know, it doesn't matter. And I go back to demo trading, paper trading. It will make your skills feel better. You can put on size, because another way, A, you go back to demo, or B, you put on little size, right? You lower the amount that you trade. Same with me, bro. Top beat. What's up, man? Gora Aurora. Second game. Uta Hota High. Man, I wish I could speak all your languages. Akash Singh. Top beat. Real money. Yeah, oof. Alfie Azizi. Hey, man. All right. Real account. See $400 loss. Oh, sorry to feel it. Dolphy RN. Test Geeky, Hazazazaza. 15 MATLAB Kitna. Now MATLAB, that's one of the matrix programming languages that'll give you the best algorithms. Some of the best algorithms that I've seen used in the professional sphere of trading were written using Python and MATLAB. So 2 languages. If you want to program your own robot, 2 languages that you should learn. Minimum deposit is $10, I believe. Yo, there you go. Akash Seng is already on top of things. He knows what's going on. Raghu Sharma, Raj Madar Chad. All right, you guys, if you keep it to English, then I know what we're talking about. How do I fund my account? So because I'm not service or tech support, I can't help you with those technical little details, but what I can give you is how do you find tech support? So here on your terminal, whether you're on the Forex platform or whether you're on the options platform, you got to go to the right hand corner right here with that question mark. You click it and click this support button here. And if you're looking for more educational videos that you can learn from me and my colleagues, you can click the video tutorials right here. Now here on support, that's where you get your online consultation, you have your frequently asked questions, and you get those numbers because we want to talk to people. We want to interact with real people so that they can help us solve a problem right now. Right now, we need answers right now. All right, hey, withdrawal, but next working days for me. Yeah, I mean, on Saturday and Sunday, they're not called business days, so usually withdrawal happens on Monday or Tuesday, just so you guys know. Hello, Poe. Hello, Eddie. Edinverse TY. All right. Hi, how does it work? Regan V, what works? When you guys ask questions, if you want an answer right away, ask it in a way that we can understand exactly what you're talking about, exactly what your issue is. Like, hey, how does trading work? That's a long answer. Buying and selling assets. 5 working days. Hi, tell me. Hi, message retracted. Hello, Edinverse YT. Hey, buddy. Top beat 50. All right, okay. Hello, Mr. Birchenko, Mr. Tenveer at CTV. Hey, buddy, good to see you. This man is going to be, I think, one of the best traders that we have. He's here every single day. He's here early. He's always got these great questions, exactly like, you know, see, he's been trying. He's been trading, and he's got these questions that are very like a laser, like, I know exactly what I want. Help me solve this issue right now. And probably I'm open on another screen. He's probably doing some other trading and just listening and watching me off the side on the screen. So good job, Tanvir. Good to see you, my man. I can tell you're making progress. Mustafa Gamal, how you used to get money? Good question. It's so pathetic that all people want to get rich quickly. If not only trading was easy, everyone would become a millionaire today. I take years to learn to become a good trader. Tanvir, okay, let me ask you a real question. Like, for real, for real. When you first got into trading, didn't you want to get rich real quick? Didn't you think that you'd be making bets and making hundreds of thousands of dollars within a few years? Or maybe even a year? For real, okay, I'm gonna come clean. Okay, I wanted to trade on the beach. I wanted to live on the beach, trade on my laptop, drink pina coladas, and swim, you know, 3 times a day because I love swimming. And when I first lost my first $4,000, that was like a huge chunk of my savings. I was like, oh, this is for real. These guys aren't playing around. My money, but I made a lot of money too, right? I can't say that I was addicted to gambling, but I realized that, oh, you can make money. Because I made, from $1,000, I made $2,000, then that $2,000 I made into 4, and then I lost it all. So that was like, okay, I can do it, but it's really hard, and I got to control myself. That was my issue. But Tanvir, write me in chat if you didn't want to become rich quick. We all go through it. It's a normal learning process. That's why we get in it, I believe. Good app, I'll last approximately 250. Oh man, top beat. I'm sorry, homie. That happens. USD Oh, I like it. Okay, so that'll be what we go through. And I have some more information about the Swiss National Bank. They decided to keep interest rates flat, and they're at minus 0.25%. The Swiss National Bank has a negative interest rate. So if you deposit your money at a bank, they ask you to give them extra money for safekeeping. You know, they're keeping your money locked up. So really interesting. Ibrahim, hello bro. Assalamu alaikum. Oh man. Still on demo. Like, that's what I like to see. Like, you know, I'm on demo and I'm proud and I'm here to learn. Those are the guys that are like, okay, you're talking business. You're talking business. How to do fundamental analysis. My man, Thushar, I'm going to go through today how we can do fundamental analysis. Now, how to learn technical trade skill. I think I understand that question, but if you could elaborate, it'll make life way easier for all of us. Hey, Luciana, I like your name, first of all. Hello, Mr. Birchenko. Thank you for your teaching. Whoever else are truly useful for me. My pleasure. Sexavet. Hello, Sexavet. I have questions. Awesome. Look at this. This girl is wonderful. Okay, first question. Euro USD had a sudden fall today, too. Let's have a look at that. I'll pause the webinar for legit good questions like that. All right. Euro USD had a fall today. What's the problem with that? Okay, another thing that I do when I look at that, I pop open the economic calendar. Today is Friday. We see what happened on Friday. Okay, this is why. So, this is a huge thing that we were looking at over the weekend. They're starting out over the weekend, over the last trading session. Manufacturing in the whole European Union is a very important indicator. So this, let me just make it red for you. This means that the output of services and goods and production in the whole union is basically in those three, or actually here, look at this, we have all of it. France, European Union, German manufacturing PMI, like this is a huge number too. And look at that, they missed it by 4 whole actual points. That's a lot. Now, services have been selling, but services are not the strongest point of Germany. Services are more for countries that have like banking, really strong banking institutions, that have consulting services, things like that. But Germany is a production powerhouse, and the fact that they missed it by a lot, and that the overall PMI, like they already lowered their expectations. The forecast is already lowered. So the fact that numbers came out lower than the forecast, that's actually pretty bad for the European Union. Now, we were expecting dollar bearishness because of the whole situation with the Federal Reserve lowering interest rates. Like, I'm not going to pull up the DXY. Now, for those of you that are interested, the DXY is the dollar index, currency index, but I have another secret formula. It's not really secret, but I just took the top G7 currencies, added them all together, got rid of the excess on the pound and the yen, and I got this stable. This is the equally weighted dollar index, basically where the yen, the pound, the CAD, the Aussie, the Kiwi, the Franc, and the Euro, they all have the same value. So when compared to all of those currencies, basically you need 1/13 of each of those currencies for $1. Okay, maybe that's a little bit easier to understand, but basically here's what we're having. We drop down through this upper limit where it's overbought area. We dropped down really well. We got a little bit lower to the half, but nonetheless the 200 EMA is a strong resistance point, and a lot of that is the euro. If we look at the GBP USD, the pound, they're not having a lot of movement either way. So it's not the pound, it's mainly the euro, and that's because, like I said, their purchasing managers indexes indicate that business leaders and people who run factories, who run production, who run all sorts of businesses, they are buying less. So they're buying less goods, they're buying less other services, they're just buying less, and what that means is that they're going to produce less. Okay, because that's their inventory that they have. That's basically that's what the indicator shows us. And I had a great question. How do we trade fundamental news? Well, this is how, you guys. You look at what the fundamental news is. It comes out almost at the same time. But here you have an inclination from France, right? It first came out from France that, okay, something is not right. France is showing a lot less than what the forecast is. And then you probably could have turned on. Now see, when we have these ECB Windows Speaks, I'm not trying to keep these things to myself. You can go to a website called Bloomberg Live, right here, Bloomberg Live Europe, and you can get live press conferences from all over the world. And you can change whether you're in Europe, whether you're in Asia, whether you're in Australia, whether you're in emerging markets, or whether you're in the US. So you can actually get live video coverage of whatever these events are. Like this was an hour ago, so obviously it went by. I was preparing this presentation, so I didn't see what ECB said, but I did look at the numbers and they were negative. So that's what's happening, you guys, and that's why that's why we came down. Okay, so that was first question from Louisiana. That's the sudden fault. Is gold still good for buying today? How do you combine fundamental and technical pattern reading? Thank you. Let's have a look at gold. I love the way you ask questions. Already, you're positioning your mind to learn, to consume information better. So good on you, Louisiana. All right, gold. Now, gold remains in an uptrend, yeah, so we don't have a reversal of trend. So what happened with the European Union does not affect the value of the dollar. The dollar is still bearish and we're still going up. Now, the only thing that really worries me is yesterday's movement was not a solid continuation. If we would have had 1-2 big candles after the Federal Reserve policy statement meeting, then it would have been a good indication to continue. Right now, I would be careful, and maybe even we can buy somewhere. Let's drop down to the 4-hour time frame. How about that? See, this is what that looks like. This big candle down to the 200 EMA, it worries me. But nonetheless, we came back through it, and see, this was a flag pattern. If we would have went up, came back down, and this would have stayed, and then we would have went down a little bit, I would have said, ooh, that may be a bearish day. But today, we show like we do have some more bullish momentum. Now, if you are trading something and you have a signal that tells you buy, we are above the 200 EMA, we are above the trend line, and it looks like we're slowly regaining size. And on the hour time frame, look at this. This is a shooting star. Sorry, this is a hammer, a reverse shooting star pattern, and this does indicate bullish momentum. So if you are thinking of being more bullish today, Louisiana, I do recommend more staying towards bullish than bearish. But having said that, guys, keep in mind today is Friday. Friday means that in the second half of the day, so in about 5 hours from now, traders are going to start closing positions, right? They're going to start taking their money off the market. And what we could see, if everybody's bullish for the gold, we could start to see these kind of things at the end of the day when people close their positions. And on Monday, it'll continue. On Monday, traders will put on risk, they'll read the news, they'll make their adjustments, they'll throw on their analysis, and they'll make new trades. But right now, you have a window of about 4 hours that maybe you can catch a little bit of an upward movement. But if the move was all up today, at the end of the day, people are going to be closing their positions. Now, that's the way that you combine technical analysis and fundamental analysis, is by looking at the graph, right? This is the big candle that we had at 11 in the morning. Again, we had French PMI come out. I'm on the hour time frame, so this could have been 11, 11:30, 11:45, 11:50, 11:60, or sorry, 11:60. Oops, I didn't say that. 11:55, and so on, okay? The fundamental trade strategy that I teach people is if we have a 20% difference. So if this would have been not 44 but 42 or 40 or 39, then that would have been a sell, a heavy sell for the euro. Also, when you combine, when everything is red, a very important indicator like the production managers index, purchasing managers index, that's an important indication. And CPI, PPI, inflation reports, sorry, PMI, not PPI, I keep saying that. Interest rate decisions. As we go through, I'll always point out which are more important, just that I've seen over the years trading that actually have an effect on the market. See, even though they have a 2-star rating, that's why I have a 2-star rating always open on my economic calendar, because I believe that there's certain 2-star rating events that affect the currency quite heavily. All right, hello Baku, hello Eden. Okay, I said hello to you guys. Boomy, hello. All right, how to make my first deposit? Contact tech support. Hello, Precious. Good to see you, Precious Gabriel. Good to have you with us again, bro. We missed you. I noticed you haven't Haven't been coming yesterday or the other day. South Korea, hey, IV Senkar, good to see you, sir. Vasudevi from BD, good to have you with us. Jitesh, I have withdrawn $10 today. Will it be back to my ICICI bank credit card that I've deposited? Yes. So when you deposit from a credit card or a debit card, the money comes back to that card, and that's to prevent money laundering, so that we don't just, throw in money from wherever it was stolen and then withdraw to wherever is like a good source of income or a legitimate person. Hey, Shubham, good to have you, bro. Good to see you again. But it takes a lot of patience, hard work. First day I saw Candlesticks, I was like, what is that? I know, same thing. Yeah, exactly. I fell in love with it too. Exactly. Great minds think alike. Daniel Aguyekam. Hey, please, how can I withdraw? How can I draw the alligator to check how I can make profit? Do we have the alligator? Can anybody confirm that? I don't trade the alligator myself. It's just a bunch of moving averages. I like Bollinger Bands, but let me check for you if we have alligator. Here we do. Let's take off the Bollinger Bands. Now, the reason I'm spending so much time in chat is because Friday mostly is a opportunity for you guys to ask questions. So here we have the alligator. Every time it's closed, its mouth is closed, that means no trading. No, 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 don't trade with this man. Okay, sorry. No trading. When it opens a little bit and it opens in the direction that up or down, that means the alligator is hungry and it's ready to eat points. It's ready to eat pips so that you can make money trading in the direction it is. But see here, price is going down and into the alligator. We want the opposite. We want the mouth to open and price to shoot out from the alligator and stay above the two lines. Okay, that's why it's called the alligator, because basically when it's closed like this, no trading. When it opens, this is Ethereum. Why do we have Ethereum open? I had somebody ask for the Canadian. Is this correct? Let's open up the Canadian. All right, see, we have a little bit more time. Now, let's move back to where it opened initially. Right here, so price was closed. From this point on, first of all, we tested the 200 EMA. So this is a way to combine different indicators, you guys. So first of all, this is the one-day graph. We have the parabolic SAR showing us buy signals. Also, we just crossed over, or we're staying above, at least here you can see right there at the bottom, the awesome oscillator, and boom, we have a few buy signals from the awesome oscillator. So okay, again, we're thinking, we're bullish. The 50 EMA is above the 200 EMA, and the alligator is beginning to open its mouth. Price tested the 200 EMA, shot up, and now we have open mouth, all sorts of buy signals, and now we open. So this is how you use the buy signal. And we buy from here, and we hold the position on and on and on and on. I'll tell you when to close it. So even though first we have our first closed positions here, or sorry, not closed positions, but red indications from awesome oscillator, but we don't have enough confirmation, we keep position open. Now a confirmation would be a crossover of price into the alligator past the middle point. Here we did cross the middle point but shot right back up. So again, a little bit of patience goes a long way in trading. Again, if you're in negative territory, you want to get out, but we're not in negative territory because we bought from here. Okay, so it could have hit your stop loss if you were a little bit greedy, but again, my recommendation for beginner traders, I read an article analyzing a lot of traders' results by a doctor of mathematical physics, and his result was that the best stop losses are 25% away. Right? Humongous stop losses. Now this is a little bit for traders slash asset managers, so people who trade long term, but that's the optimal stop loss. Okay, so first of all, you're not hit by market volatility, and second of all, it's big enough that when trend changes, and remember, each of your trade positions shouldn't be more than 2% of your whole account. So 25% of 2% of your account honestly is not that bad, but that gives you the optimal thing. So either way, 25% would have been like way down here, and that's so 25% of 131. Let me calculate that for you guys. So that's 0.32. So you have 32 100 points that you can move your stop loss away. Now that's a little bit big and I don't recommend that for scalping, but nonetheless, I want you guys to know that figure. So we're looking for an exit point, and it's right here. So when price drops down through all of that, to me that's an indication that, okay, we might have a change of trend. But from where we started to where we went, that's a long ways to go. So that's how to use the alligator. Hey, from Brazil. Hola, mi amigo. I know you guys don't speak Spanish. It's probably Portuguese there, but nonetheless, that's all I know in Spanish. And ¿cómo estás? IV Sankar. I'm really sorry that I like Forex too. Basudev. Hey, welcome. I'm glad that you're learning how to trade with us. I'm sorry that you lost some money. Did try quick earning. Yeah, see, there you go. Now, that's very important where you can say what your mistakes are. I want to talk about mistakes that I made. Now, I made some earlier trades this week. Oh, I don't have them in my history anymore, dang. So I traded some really weird cross currencies. I think it was the pound yen and the Canadian dollar, New Zealand dollar, just something really absurd. And the reason I traded them is because I gave some recommendations and I made some trades. And basically, I traded too early. And my biggest mistake was not that I was under pressure. That's fine. Pressure is fine and it happens. Not that I was forcing trades. And I was forcing trades. I was trying to trade. We had 10 minutes. I was like, okay, I want to show you guys trades. I want to show you guys trades. So don't rush. First, my mistake. I'm not, only me. I'm the only person that is at fault. First mistake, I rushed it. It would have been much more good if I was to say, okay, I'm going to look for that one good trade and put that on instead of I got to make 3 trades to show you guys the different trade strategies. My mistake. Second mistake was that I went against the indicators. I showed you guys indicators and then I was like, oh, parabolic indicators showing buy and we have a sell indicator here. Let's ignore the parabolic SAR and open a buy position. Let's do that, or a sell position. Let's do that. That is the mistake. If you use indicators, you need to trust them. If they are showing you different results, then don't trade. Like for me, that was my mistake. I actually record videos of how I trade, and it's more of like this. Okay, parabolic SAR showing buy, awesome oscillator showing sell. Not good. Next. Okay, here we have sell position here. We are above the 200 EMA. So it's just me being quiet and talking to myself. And I never go against my indicators. But when I looked back at the footage that we made when we were trading live on Tuesday, I was like, oh my goodness, I must have looked like a goofball. So very important that you go over your trades and you be honest with yourself. Now, honestly, poor trading on my part, so I made the adjustment to never ever go against my own indicators that I have on my graphs. So a little bit of inside how I analyze my trades, and also write this stuff down, like write on your notebook. Unfortunately, I have it in the other office. Write down in your notebook mistakes that you make and go over that. Like, some people recommend journaling, like you can journal and write how you're feeling for the day and some good things that happened to you and what you're proud of. I tried that. It doesn't work for me. But when I write in my trade journal, like what I learned about trading, I love reading that. It's like reading an awesome book of awesome tips. It's like the best book ever written because it's mistakes that I've made. I write them down and then going through it, it's like I will never make that again because I lost $120 or because I made a fool of myself in front of all my audience. So that's one way to improve, and I recommend taking every single way to improve because when you improve in this sphere, the rest of your life becomes better. You become more patient. You become more disciplined. You become, just a better person overall. Trading has made me a better person, and I'm thankful for this profession. All right, how to use candlestick indicators. Now, you mean candlesticks? Open, low, high, close. That's a different topic, not for today, my friend. Sorry. Yeah, you can deposit in any kind of payment system that's available to you. Just click the Make a Deposit button. Most accurate indicator, Fibonacci retracement. Yes, okay, good job, Shubham. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. We will have a little bit of an introduction into candlestick analysis on Monday. So for those of you that are really looking for candlesticks on Monday, for looking for candlestick analysis, come back on Monday and I'll go through the different kinds of candlesticks that we have. All right? They are absolutely readable. Feel it. Nice. Go ahead. I've been requesting too. I need more assets to trade as well. This is good for all. Do you think the pound yen will retest? Then we expect a bearish. Great question. Who asked that? Who said that? Of course. Of course. You know, that's what I'm talking about. The people that I compliment in chat, my feeling is that those are the people that are going to be making money real soon. So the way they think, the way they ask questions, everything points to them progressing at a different rate than everybody else. And so when we say that 95% of people lose money and 5% make it, I see it. I see it in chat. I see it with everybody who starts trading, and it's fantastic. So make sure that you're in that 5%. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry about that. All right, daily time frame. Ooh, yeah, my man Tanvir. So this was a trade strategy that I taught a long time ago, maybe a week or two ago. So this is it's not really a global trend. The global trend is kind of sideways, but this is the daily trend, and we broke through the trend on the 21st, so that was yesterday, and today we retested that level and came back down. Yes. And see, now we have crossed over the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA. Yes. Tanvir, you are great. You are awesome. Let's put on this trade for everybody right now. So this is a high probability trade. For those of you that are looking to make some money, I recommend making this trade to the down sell. Now, oh, I don't like this turnaround. I was going to do like a 5-minute trade, but I think I'll do it from here. If we get up to 14,850, somebody tell me, I'll open a 5-minute trade from there. And see, this is how you should be picking out your positions. So you should find a level and wait for price to come to that level. Very, very, very rarely do I ever just click the button right from there. So Tanvir, if I can ask you, like, I know I'll be looking at chat rarely, or because I'm still scrolling through it, but for those of you that are in this trade, if we get up to 144.80, I recommend selling from there on the pound yen. What is the minimum amount of money you can deposit? Dan, it's $10, bro. If you diffuse it, don't know what that means. Diffuse it like a bomb, like a counter-terrorist action. I don't know why I said that. Should you please make a webinar? Okay, on Monday. Shubham, come back, bro, at 12 on Monday. I will. Hey, from Turkey. I think you are the first person I see from Turkey. Duru Nur, how are you doing? Good to have you with us. Mr. Birchenko, got a question. I'm interested in scalping the markets for a few hours to make a profit and get out. Get out of there. What's the best strategy? Can I practice on a demo before we go live on account? I'm looking at a time frame 30 minutes. First of all, good time frame. Good idea. You can use Bollinger Bands or technical analysis from different levels of support and resistance. 30 minutes works great for news as well. So if you want to trade news ahead of time, like what I mean ahead of time is basically see the forecast, understand that that is a currency you want to be looking at ahead of time. Oh, something fell. And then go ahead and open positions when something changes from the forecast. It deviates by 20%. How to use horizontal line. So basically you use it as a level of support and resistance. You just click on it here. Then when it's on the graph, you just click it again on the graph. Okay, so this is the level that I want to short from when we get to there. If we get to there. Hello, Mahdi Mahmoudi. Good to see you. Missed you this week, man. Good to have you with us. You too. Hello, sir. Rats Kumar. Hey, buddy. Should we pay any income tax? No. I'm just kidding. If you live in a third world country where you can get away with that, I wouldn't do it. I hope the Russian tax authority is not listening, but I don't pay taxes. Are you kidding me? I mean, if you're making like somewhere around, you know, $10,000 a month, then maybe you should pay taxes because somebody will be trying to get in your pocket and take some of your money out. But if you're making like little bits of money here and there, I don't think you should. As long as you like have another job that you pay taxes from there, then it should be fine. Hey Jitesh, hey dude, I'm from India. What is the best time that I can trade from here? Thank you. Now, I'm not sure what time frame it is in India, but I keep saying that from 12 GMT, from GMT 0, like Greenwich Mean Time, from 12 to 5 is when the biggest amount of stock markets are open and the heaviest trading times are in. That's when prices are like, woo, just going crazy. And that's when a lot of news come out too. Hey Dan, good to have you with us, man. I'm glad that you're learning with us. It's good to see you. Louisiana, thank you. If we could please have a look at oil WTI too for Monday trading. Absolutely. I love US oil. So, perfect. I'm glad that you asked. We're having that correction that I really badly wanted. Now, I really want to see if we can like put on a really small Fibonacci level is right here. Like I said, I really want oil to drop down into, oops, forgot to click it again. And I'll zoom in for you so that it's easier to see. All right, so here we have, this is the last impulse that we had from oil. This is where a lot of institutional investors got long, and then a lot of things happened throughout the week, like cuts from OPEC, Saudi Arabia, also increasing cuts, Russia participating in that whole program, and US stockpiles dropping like this, and this is US stockpiles dropping like the biggest they've ever dropped in like 8 months. So it's really, really bullish, and I remain bullish, but I want price to drop down here. Now, if we can at least get to 23.6 right here over on Monday, on Tuesday, I think that's enough for bulls to pick up the momentum again. But remember that we could always have a drop down to right here, and it will be normal, okay? So anywhere, I would like to just see a little bit of drop like this, and then have a big candle up. And as soon as we have this big candle up, I don't care if I buy from this level. I just care if I get the next impulse. So from here to here is an impulse movement. That's enough for me on oil, but I want this confirmation. Like I don't want to be stuck when price is doing this crap, right? So if you buy like somewhere here, like here we drop down and you buy here and then we drop down again, it's painful. It's really painful. But I got in here too. That's why I know that it's painful, is because I was worried when price dropped down here. But like I said, if you put the Fibonacci sequence from here to the other sequence here, this is a normal drop, right? I was waiting for here. If we get past 61.8, like my trade was right here, but the stop loss was below here. So really big stop losses I use, and we didn't activate it, and we got up, and I got out as soon as we passed this EMA. I expected price to hit the EMA and come back down, but there's more and more and more good news for oil. I don't regret it. I don't regret getting out. And if we see that price can ultimately even drop back down to here, and it'll still be a normal correction. You guys excuse me for 1 sec. All right, thank you for your patience. All right, so that's what we have. Let me have a look at chat. There's some things that I really want to go through with you guys today. From India, perfect. Horizontal line. I showed you horizontal line. Rat to Canada. You got that, right? You click horizontal line, then you click on the graph. Super easy. Hello, sir. Oh, finish. All right. Hello. Sometimes some traders are called in their YouTube channel that they have a secret system to win trades. Sometimes they showed winning trade. How much is it true? It's usually never true. There's no secret. There's no secret. It's just hard work. Like I can tell you, let's go through this on Monday, but I can tell you the exact steps that you need to look at when you're trading. You need to analyze the direction of the market. So you need to know if the stock market altogether is going up or if the index of whatever currency is going up. You need to check that there's more increase of volatility and what's it called? Sentiment, that there's an increase of people going into that trade. And you can do that by the CFTC Commitment of Traders report. You can do that by opening volumes on your platform. You can do it by just reading how much institutional investors are interested in that currency or asset. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, there was a lot of institutional investors interested in buying oil. And so that's what we have. Let me go through what I wanted to go through with you guys today. What happened this week? Now, there is a delay from Brexit. Okay, let's have a look at Great Britain pound. Craziness on the graph. This looks like a pattern that I wouldn't trade, because after this I would have been like, okay, we're bullish again, but now this shooting star pattern does not help at all. Now Theresa May is very aggressive with her own government. She is going like against them. The European Union, as you guys know, the European Union is a meeting right now. Here we have the Leaders Summit, and I'll talk about that, what's going on in the Leaders Summit. Now Theresa May, she basically asked for more time, and the European Union gave that to her. And there's a lot of jitters about Article 50, which allows the vote to happen again. But Theresa May has been very negative on the sense of she's not going to have another referendum, and more companies from England are exiting England. They're trying to continue their businesses in Europe, and so they're trying to make head offices in Europe ahead of time. That is negative for the British government and the British currency altogether. Now, there's a lot of dovishness also all across the world. If we look at the Swiss franc, I know somebody was asking to do this. Now, the dollar franc, we also have been having this crazy growth. I'm sorry, this is a 10-minute graph, but this kind of crazy growth today. This fall down was the, now first of all, the Swiss franc likes to stay below the dollar, right? Let's have a look at that on my chart. So here, this whole red area that I have on my graph, this is where I sell from. If the franc gets here, I sell from there. Now, the reason that I'm a little bit worried about this is because we haven't touched this lower line that we've been using since the start of 2018. So as you can see, if we just move this thing back all the way over here, it's been a solid sell opportunity for a long time. So for those of you that are looking for some really stable consolidation trading, then the Swiss franc is a good consolidation. Now the Swiss franc, the Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, the Bank of England, everybody is very, very dovish. They are looking for ways to stimulate the economy because there is a major slowdown. Now also there is an inverse curve on bond trading. Now for those of you that aren't aware, you can tell when a next crisis is going to happen with bond trades. Like when we had this whole thing right here, bonds had the same, the 10-year bonds and the 2-year bonds, their yields became almost the same. Now that's illogical. You're supposed to make more money the longer the bond you have. What a bond is basically you give your money like a bank as credit to another organization or another government. And the most stable bonds are the US Treasury bonds, 10-year and 2-year. And when their yield curve came together, this whole down movement happened. So that's another interesting thing. We're having more flat bond yields after Fed Reserve dovishness. So that could be another indication that we could fall here. But look at this, like we had a really solid day yesterday on the S&P 500. So something I want you guys to have a look at. Now, China is playing a bigger role in the European Union. Chinese are very keen on getting rid of the trade war problem with the United States. They are competitors #1, right? The Chinese and American governments are #1. And I wanted to show you a picture. This is the Hang Seng index, and actually I have a photo here for you guys. This is the Hang Seng, the Shanghai composite. Also with the white is the Shanghai composite, which is the main Chinese powerhouses, and this is the S&P 500. So you can see how the Chinese government is recovering much better than the United States. Now it could be that they are over credited. There's a huge credit bubble in China, so they could just be giving out money and buying their own stocks on credit, very likely. But nonetheless, MSCI, which is the Morgan Stanley All World Composite Index, they are now changing the way they value that index. So they're making Shanghai Composite have a little bit of less effect on the overall market. And the US doesn't play any role in that. Or I wonder if the MSCI is excluding the US. Okay, here it is. Anyways, that's not the graph I wanted to show you guys. All these countries that are listed here, they're all a part of the MSCI, but the MSCI is Morgan Stanley's basically all world composite index. It's an index basically showing the health of the whole world stock market. Pretty simple. Another thing, for those of you that are investors that are looking for kind of long-term opportunities, there's a few IPOs that are coming out this year that are really big. Like at the start of the year and even last year, IPOs were just miserable. They didn't show really good returns on investment, and they're very risky. Like out of all the stocks that you can possibly invest in, IPOs, which is initial public offering, which is when a company first goes public. Like say you open up a pizza store and you grow so big and it becomes a franchise, and then you want to take it internationally. Now, in order to get more money, you would basically put your company on the stock market, so people like you and I, we can trade and speculate on it. Now, there's a few really cool IPOs coming out this year. Uber is definitely one of those that are like, wow, really good. Sorry, not Uber, Lyft. Lyft is one that is a really good. Then also there's a jean giant, Levi Strauss. If you guys bought jeans anywhere in the Western world, you probably would have bought in their jeans. And Pinterest. Pinterest is like a image file sharing website. They're going public too. So those are three that have really good potential just because there's a lot of hype and a lot of users using their products and buying their products. So something to have a look at. We probably won't have it this year on our platform, but Olymp Trade is definitely going global. All right, definitely expanding their horizon. So for those of you that asked for additional assets in chat, they're coming. Believe you me, I'm also pushing for more assets. Now, things that are happening in the European Union. This is something that I really wanted to talk about because we have the European Leaders Summit going on today. What are they talking about? Basically, the European Union is also very keen on negotiating with the United States. So they are looking to levy the tariffs on European autos, especially Germany. Germany's #1 commodity is automobiles. And so they are really keen on negotiating with the US before Trump turns his attention from China to Europe. Also, the Brexit deal is at a crunch. And you guys know what Theresa May did? Theresa May flew to the summit, the European Leaders Summit, where she was not invited. But she flew over there to beg for a postponement of the Brexit process. It was supposed to be March 30th. They gave her till April 12th. I remember I told you guys June 30th. Well, that's what she prayed for. She got till April 12th. Okay. Now, the other dilemmas that we've got going forward is the political class problem with France, with Spain. None of that has gone away. And so those are all the things that the European leaders are looking at the summit. Now, they're also recommending an overhaul of industrial rules. There's a lot of rules in the European Union that have to deal with client safety. Sorry, not with client, climate safety. So basically, production has to be clean, production has to be effective, people have to be paid fairly. Well, all of that is being discussed right now. Because of the world slowdown, because things are becoming stagnant, leaders across the world, especially financial and commercial leaders, they are looking for a way to maximize production. Nobody wants to go into the second cycle of growth, which is growth slowdown, then deflation, then recession. That's what we're looking for. That's what's up ahead over the horizon. And nobody wants that. So right now, during the European Leaders Summit, they are talking about the health of the European economy. And Mario Draghi also is going to speak on this, I believe, next week. And they're going to discuss and tell us all the things that happened and what they have come to, what conclusion. So the first quarter PMI is negative, and that is all obviously affecting ECB's latest attempts at bolstering growth. Now, I wanted to talk about what is happening with on the economic calendar front. So let's just go through the figures real quick, and then I'll have a look in chat what's happening with you guys. So at the start of the week, some things came out regarding to ECB's desire to bolster growth, like we talked about. They gave us the inclination of what's going to happen at the ECB summit meeting, not ECB, European Union summit. We had really poor housing price index from Australia. I was expecting Australia to grow actually this week, and that was my trade hack for Monday. Unfortunately, we had negative housing prices, so obviously the real estate market is falling, and the Royal Bank of Australia came out with meetings that they're pretty dovish. They might be lowering interest rates. The interest rates right now in Australia are 1.5%. The growth slowdown is heavily felt. They mentioned China in their meeting minutes, so really closely tied to the overall Asia economy. Now, Great Britain economy has shown a little bit of a change. Now they are increasing in the amount of people that are claiming joblessness, but nonetheless employment is growing. So there's more jobs on the market right now, and on average people are getting a little bit more money increase to their salary, which is nice and allows people to spend more and allows prices to rise. Germany coming in with a little bit more negative conditions. Excuse me. And we had API weekly crude oil stocks. This was an indication that crude oil stocks were going to fall later on, and that's what happened on Wednesday when we had a huge fall in crude oil inventories, which caused that first spike up in that broke us through the 200 EMA on the oil graph on WTI. Now, as we can see, consumer price index, which is basically inflation, is rising, which is bullish for the dollar. So basically, a lot of people are spending money. Here we saw that they're earning more. Here we saw that people are spending more. So this is one of the reasons why the pound was experiencing a little bit of bullish headway this week. Actually, it was actually negative all week this week. So the pound is a little bit of counterintuitiveness. Like last week, we had negative readings and price went up. This week we had positive readings, price went down. So I don't know if you guys are interested in Russia. We have the central bank interest rate decision today on Friday. And FOMC meetings came out. Now there's a few things that happened with the FOMC. I want to tell you exactly what they are. I wrote a big old long article on it. Basically, at the start of the year, we thought that we were going to have two projections for increase of interest rates. Then that number dropped down to 2, and now we drop down to 0. The dollar drops like a rock. Now, they not only do not plan on raising interest rates, they also are going to degrade growth and inflation. So inflation is going to be dropping, which is going to be bearish for the US dollar. Now, besides that, now this is really interesting. You guys know that there has been quantitative easing since 2008. Basically, the Federal Reserve has been printing money. As of last year, as of October/December last year, there has been quantitative tightening. Every month, $50 billion worth of assets, stocks, bonds, commodities. I'm not exactly sure what the portfolio is, but the Federal Reserve has been selling what they have been buying for quantitative easing, because it doesn't work like this. They're not printing money and then tossing it out the window. They print money and they buy things on the stock market, on the financial markets. That's why I started trading, you guys, inside about my life. I started trading when I started researching where money comes from. Central banks make it. That was like depressive for me. What? Central banks print money? Yeah, guys, they print money. And then what do they do with that money? Again, they're not shoveling it out the window or into their buddies' pockets. They're buying stuff off the stock market. So if wealth is created by just buying not random, but buying strategic assets on the financial markets, I should probably be buying those strategic assets too. And I started looking, do I, as a retail investor, do I have access to those assets? Yes, I do. So I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to make money where money is printed. I got into thing. So now they're decreasing quantitative tightening from 50. So before they were selling $50 billion worth of their goods. Now they're selling only $35 billion. This is bullish for the stock market. This is one of the reasons why we're also going up, right? This is a huge bullish. So can you imagine? 15 billion worth of dollars are staying on the market, whereas it's counteracting the selling. So really good. And the next move from the Federal Reserve could be a rate cut, which will be very bearish for the dollar. Okay, so keep that in mind, you guys. From New Zealand, we had some mixed employment data. All in all, their employment is at the lowest it's been for the last 6 years. So again, I'm keeping an eye on the Australian dollar. Let's have a look at it together. I'm looking at this currency to make a turnaround. Not yet, but when the dollar experiences more weakness, I'm looking for this currency to break these levels. Now, right now, we kind of seem to be going down lower and lower, and yesterday's doji candle does not inspire confidence. But when we start to get above these levels here, the Australian currency is one of those currencies that trends for a really long time. Oops, didn't want to move that. Like, look at this, you guys. That's a whole graph down. So you can imagine you can get in here on the Forex platform from a long time ago and just keep it there. Now, I'm not seeing the bearishness. I don't believe that we can go down much lower. And to me, this looks like a turnaround, honestly. But I do want to get above these previous levels in order so that other traders are inspired to buy the Australian dollar. That's what I'm looking for, you guys. Swiss National Bank kept interest rates flat. We're very dovish. We're thinking about keeping interest rates flat, that they were looking at other tools to bolster growth in the economy. And here we have more bullish signs from the pound, yet the pound drops. Again, I haven't seen many trade opportunities in the pound, and I'm not interested in trading it at this time until we have an exit from, when we have an answer for the Brexit exit. There we go. Mouthful. All right, Bank of England, decided to keep interest rates flat. Now, Mark Carney, said basically that we're looking for Brexit. It's a big fog. No changes are going to come. They are unanimous in their decision to keep the votes unchanged. And that's what we have. Ooh. Remember what we were trading? It was the pound yen. What happened to the pound yen? Perfect. Okay, 5 minutes sell from here. Man, I did see the green candle. This closed. I'm thinking we're good. I have my risk, my the correct risk that I have. 5 minutes, trades on, you guys. See, we reached that level. I told you guys we would reach that level and drop down. If I would have sold from there, been a different thing. But anyways, I'm not saying anything. I believe in this trade. 5 minutes we got. Let's continue what we're talking about. So national JPY, national core CPI. Unfortunately, the Japanese economy is also experiencing a slowdown. I heard their conference from last week when they came with their interest rate decision. They are also keeping rates the same. Again, I'm thinking that central bank governments are going to come up with some sort of another synthetic way of bolstering their economies and the stock markets. So take this time. Invest with a risk-on attitude while you still can, because when the recession comes, it'll get hit hard, and then you got to do the opposite direction. And then we talked about all the PMI that we had for today. That's what we got for today. All right, I'm going to look at what you guys are saying in chat. Whoa, all right, we got a lot of stuff in chat. So income tax, all right, we talked about that from India. I'm going to keep looking at that as well. Horizontal line, oil we looked at, best stocks to trade from India. I don't know the Indian stock market, unfortunately, Jitesh. I'd recommend like a Western countries. Best time to trade. Okay, I answered that question. YouTube channel, no secrets. Africa to start trading 5 GMT, Nigeria. Yeah, just Google that. 12 GMT in Nigeria. That's all you got to do. Yeah, guys, I don't know your time schedules. What is the difference between trader and financial broker? Trader, he uses brokers' services. A broker provides access to the financial markets, if that makes sense. Any idea how we can avoid false breakouts? Yeah. You got to wait until they happen. So I wait for a retest. False breakouts. So basically a false breakout. Here we have a level. Price is going to that level. And I wait for another candle up, then candle down, then a little bit of start movement, and then somewhere around here I buy with a stop loss below here. And now a false breakout looks like this. See, when we have that candle, price didn't solidify there. I need another green candle, and then I wait for the retest. So I don't even get in on this candle. I wait for a retest. Just so much time that I got bopped on the head for doing that. Now, we do have sell signals here and here, so I still believe in this position. The reason I opened it is I believe. Now, we could have waited longer, like maybe 20 minutes, but again, I wanted to do it during this webinar. Oh, and they changed the history. The history looks like this now. Cool beans. Anyways, I'm not into the game of looking at trades while they're on. Doesn't feel good for me, bro. What is the best tribe in Tanzania? Man, I wish I would visit Tanzania. Looks good. Pushing for assets, but those rate of returns are usually low for binary options. How can we be profitable for getting 10 return on Hang Seng? No one would even bother to trade. The reason people would bother to trade is it's more or less predictable. It's an index, so it goes in one direction. You're absolutely right. For binary options, I also recommend trading Forex if you're going to keep it for a long time. Now, how can I be able to know if the market is up or down? You use a bigger time frame. So you open up a bigger time frame. Like this market is up, but we are currently transferring here. So for a Forex trade, like I accidentally opened it on a options trade. If I was trading on a Forex trade, I would just let this go for a few days. You know, price will drop down here for a few days. At least here, this is the first place that I would take money. All right, we got it. All right, congratulations, you guys, and thank you to Tanvir. This to me, like when you guys say thank you Yaroslav, I mean it's nice, but the nicest thing is to see Tanvir HDTV learning a trade strategy, shouting it out in chat, and allowing me to make money on it in chat. That is my dream, to have a bunch of great traders with me in chat, opening up positions together. I want to make you guys so good that you can shout out, like, look at this trade, man. And live in chat, we can look at it and put a trade on and have it be positive. Like, just feels awesome. Good job, bro. Tanvir HDTV, you get a triple platinum gold star. Like, really good job today. Hi, sir. I understood your Tuesday webinar, but my problem, I don't have all necessary trend indicators to show the correct combination of signals on my trade platform. Okay. As you can see on my trade, on the graph that I use to make the most what was the name of the Euro stocks? '50 index. I keep forgetting it. SX50. Wow, SX50. Jesus. Yeah, excuse me for my blasphemy, by the way. So this is the European Union's rally. Doesn't look like the US's, but we are at a very critical point. So if you're looking for next week, we're really interested in what's happening with Euro stocks. My problem, I don't have all the necessary trend indicators to show the correct combination of signals on my trade platform. Okay, I'll give you my trade signals. Like I said, I don't even use any indicators except moving averages. So first is the 200 exponential moving average. Second is the 50 exponential moving average. But I also use, like when making short-term calls, the parabolic SAR. It just shows a more dynamic change of direction. Like it works really good. Here we were down and we got these two candles. We're going up. Here we were going down, and as soon as we were like pretty serious, going down, up. Anyways, I kind of like it. It's not 100%. Nothing's 100%. And also the awesome oscillator. So write that down, my friend. What was your name? Thokozani. So here we go. EMA 200, EMA 50, parabolic, horizontal line. Oh, not horizontal line. Parabolic and awesome oscillator. I wonder if I can slap that into chat for you. I guess it kind of works. I had somebody in chat help me yesterday too. Like I wish I could make admins or like moderators so that you guys could answer those questions. And the last thing that I want to end today's webinar with is for those of you that are looking for different places to live, when I was reading Bloomberg this morning, these are the countries that are the best, that have the happiest people in the whole world. Number 1 is Finland. Number 2 is Denmark. Number 3 is Norway. Number 4 is Iceland. Number 5 is Sweden. Number 6 is, oh, Canada, my home and native land. Da, 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 da. Anyways, yeah. So here, if you're thinking of where to move, these cold countries are really good to live in. People are really happy. Now, I've been reading a lot about these because I like cold. Obviously, I live in Moscow. It's a choice to live in the cold. So, and Finland is one of our neighbors, but really interesting. Just thought something that I would share with you guys before we go. That's it for today's webinar. I thank you so much for your time that you've invested. I think that you guys are on the right path. Those people that come to these webinars to learn, I think you're doing the good job, and you're using me as a stepping stone to get better. You know, interact, ask your questions, learn. That's the best way to go. You'll save yourself time and money in the long run. I wish you guys success. I wish you guys good luck trading out there. Have the best weekend. Don't think about trading. You know, do some things for yourself, relax, do some sports, spend time with your family. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, you guys. I wish you guys the best weekend ever. Mwah. Peace. Good luck trading out there. Bye, guys.